So much has changed. We moved into this house. Emma who's gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. And if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you. Oh my god, you are at this house. So, it's the first day myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house. Every kid in the room turns and just stares. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. Great. Where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them. Well, senior, she's usually dressed, sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed, hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school. In one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is default friend. And Daniel only got weirder. It has been a good excuse to, not see him anymore. Window games. Maybe I'll give him a call. So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Street Fighter 2. At least I worked on that practice it. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow. With girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is instantly just right. I gave her the grand psycho and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was I don't know, around. I drove her home and she got to listen to this. I haven't stopped playing it since. Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. Someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? Felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and happy, or good, or whatever. You're so beautiful. And she was looking at the moment. I wanted to say something, and the moment was gone. Sometimes you just, when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just awesome. And everybody one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, how do you like your first show? I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon and I shared it. The lights went out. My eyes started to adjust. She was looking at me, too. She smiled. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me, whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I realized that she meant what I think. She felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. Explode. Lonnie came over today, but everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Going on. She said she felt like she'd done something, like I must think. But I said no, there was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say, but I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, could ever... And that's when she kissed me. It's different now. I'm like before. But now when no one else is around, so you could say that it's secret. Secret dating? I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you. So stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that and I was all making plans like, you should come visit him. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was out? To where? She said, what did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? At high school since she was like 12. Do it. So I was like, never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's share, so Lonnie was like, and they were all kind of like, you can? But she's been rehearsing with them to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. Everybody knows it's like a temporary situation but till then, I'm gonna be it. They tell you there's a reason for that. Lonnie falls and got a little lost. A lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail. And covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. School called home. Mom and Dad said, you did, Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know. No. The kids at school, though, I'm really a story. Stick with the group, Katie. Katie, you know how Mom and Dad are. Not super open-minded about things that I don't spend with Lonnie about them finding out about us. They did. You know Dad's joke about the nunnery that he'd tell whenever you brought boys around the old house? I wonder where he'd want to send me. Like her band. perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to... About who she is? She said I need to know. Like, it was no big deal. Fuck her to, like, defend my honor, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes. Talk with Mom and Dad tonight. When you were never gonna need to have. I've known since, like, She-Ra. But they saw the zine and stuff on the law, something we should know about you and Lonnie. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just... You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That they wouldn't even believe me. Well, joke, because they're in for one very long phase. I asked Lonnie what she had to do to get ready to ship out for basic training. She said, not a lot, really. You have no possession with the outside world while you're in basic. You just from there. So, to who knows where? The other side of the country? My mind, like, can't process it. Gone. Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. He asked what was wrong, and how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going... For some reason, I almost believed. Lonnie had her going-away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. And she was practically forget that we only had... that I don't know what comes next. Her. Then she dedicated to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. Anywhere, Katie. She's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make... I said, I don't think you can. We'd ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. Then to find one for... And looking at them, and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said That's when she cried. I was so exhausted to sleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, and I was finally alone. this house. I just want to sleep. Lonnie could still be upstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait. That I can't be there to see you in person, and that you won't be sad and hate me.